Hey guys, this is going to be part two of the college series that I've really been wanting to film for a while and I'm super excited about. So let's get into it. So in this one, we're going to be talking about school selection. You know, how many should you apply to, what schools, so let's get into it. It's going to be a relatively short video. Yeah, alright, let's get into it. Okay, so firstly, I like to preface this by saying I recommend applying anywhere from 8 to 15 schools. 8 to 15 schools. Okay? Now, that may seem like a lot, but trust me, when it comes down to it, you want to have options. Okay, because if you apply to one school, first of all, you're risking not getting in and not going to college. And second of all, if you know you're going to get in, you are still risking, getting there, not being happy, having no other options, being stuck paying some crazy tuition. I mean, you need options, okay? Something could go wrong, complicated, you might not get in. Never apply to one school. Never. Okay? So let's get right into this. So for this, I'm going to be modeling the 8 because I think that is a good number. I would go anywhere from 8 to 15, but like I said, I think that 15 is sort of pushing it. I would really stay within the 8 to 13 range. Honestly, 11 is a good number, but for this model, we're going to go with 8 so I can show you guys how it basically works. And then there are sort of 4 levels here to this, okay? So let me go over this. Yeah. So there's 4 levels here. Let me go over this. Now, at the bottom of the pyramid is what I call, you want one safety school. Okay, what is a safety school? Well, a safety school, SS, safety school, is, I'm going to abbreviate here, you will get in. I am talking, if you have I don't care how high your GPA is, if you have a 4.6 GPA on a 4 scale, you need a safety school. Okay, now this isn't saying that your safety school can't change, because for some people, their safety school is going to have a 99.99999% acceptance rate. Now, that's not a thing at any college, but you get the picture. Some people are going to need a college where you will get in. Okay, now, other schools are going to have not super competitive or elite rates, but still some people won't get in, and this is what I call the 70 to 60% range, percent acceptance rate, and that's going to be a safety school for some people. For safety schools, the acceptance rate should never be below 50, because it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter how sure you are, it should never be below 50 to be a true safety school. I mean, you can have 2 safety schools if you want. You can have one that, has an 85% acceptance rate and then one with a 56% acceptance rate. It's just whatever floats your boat. Okay, now acceptance rates, if we're going to go over this, acceptance rates, AR. Now, if a school has a 35% acceptance rate, you can put this into perspective by saying that if 100 people apply, 35 will get in. Okay, so that's how you think of acceptance rates. I know that's super brief, but when you look those up online, you might not know what you're looking at. Okay, so we've explained what safety schools are and gone into a little bit of depth about them. So now, then we are going to move to this next column, which is sort of the, a little below my level or sort of on my level. And so the on my exact level comes in somewhere in the highlighted area. So it's distinct and really true category, sort of overlaps. So this category, all right. So this category right here is sort of, if your level is schools with a 40% acceptance rate, maybe these schools have a 45% acceptance rate or a 50% acceptance rate. It's a little bit below. Now, they can be on your level. So I'm going to say if your level is a 40, these go from 40 to 50. These go from 40 to 55. Okay? Now, you are generally going to want, about 3 of these is a good number. So we're going to say 3 on my levels. Okay, now that number can change, but I think 3 is a safe number just because that can fluctuate. I mean, if you have 3 good schools that you would be happy at, I mean, not jumping up and down for, but like really happy at, and they're on your level, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so then we come up here. You're also going to want 3 on this level. If your level is 40, 40 is going to stay the same, but we're going to say that this stretches up to 25. Okay. So this level goes from 40 to 25%. Actually, we're going to make that 30%. This is going to go from 40 to 30%. Okay. So sort of here you have generally the same thing. Schools that are on your level a little bit above your level, right? So it's this category but flipped around, okay? And this level at the top of the pyramid, you're going to have one what I call reach school. Okay, now what is a reach school? Well, a reach school, or RS, is something you don't think you're going to get into, but you applied just to see if you can get in, or like your dream school, but you're probably not going to get into it. For example, Yale, Harvard, reach schools for a lot of people, Duke, Georgetown, places like that. So it's somewhere you don't think you're going to get into with a very elite acceptance rate, but you try just to see because you never know and you don't want to be wondering what if later. So I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of sort of how many schools to apply to and what kinds of schools to be looking at. The acceptance rates I use obviously are completely subjective and can be changed depending on the person. As always, this was just a model and is not an indication of what numbers or actual data you should use in your life. And if these numbers need to change for you, then sure, go for it. But this is a general safe model that is generally recommended. So yeah, bye.